Good day friends, welcome to my channel lecture series on power electronics. I am Dr. M. Santosh Rani. In this lecture we will be seeing about half wave rectifiers. Rectifiers convert AC to DC, alternating current to direct current, more precisely a bidirectional current to a unidirectional current. There are two types of rectifiers. They are classified based on the device used. If diodes are used for rectification purpose, then it is called as uncontrolled rectifier. If thyristors are used for the purpose of rectification, then it is called as controlled rectifiers. Let us see only the uncontrolled rectification aspect in this lecture. Before that, we will go into the applications of the rectifiers. Rectifiers find applications in the following: DC motor speed control. If the speed of a DC motor is to be changed, the DC value available for the motor has to be changed. For this, rectifier is used, and it is used for the input supply for the inverters. Inverters which convert DC to AC require a DC input. For that, rectifiers are used. In electrochemical processes, rectifiers are used. In DC traction, traction is railways, in that also rectifiers are used. HVDC transmission, that is high voltage DC direct current transmission, rectifiers are used. Let us see the half wave rectifier, a uncontrolled rectifier which uses diodes for the rectification purpose in detail here. The input for a rectifier is a alternating current and the output is direct current. This is a half wave rectifier where only one diode is used. The AC input is normally represented by a sine waveform which has a positive half cycle and a negative half cycle. And this is a transformer which is used for either increasing or decreasing the AC voltage. In this case, it is a step down transformer. The higher value of AC input is reduced to the required value on the secondary side. Let us see what happens during the positive half cycle. During positive half cycle, in the primary of the transformer, the upper part is positive and this part is negative. The same thing is happening here also in the secondary. This is plus and this is minus. The diode will also get plus here, which is the anode, and will get negative on the other side, which is the cathode. Diode is said to be forward biased when it has anode positive and cathode negative. So when there is positive and negative in the shown way, it will be able to allow the current to flow through it. Now when during the positive half cycle, the current flows through the load because the diode is forward biased. There is a current flow in this loop. So the current flows from the secondary through the diode through the load and back to the negative. So here if we see the output, it will be just similar to that of the input. The positive half cycle appears as it is in the output. During the negative half cycle, the transformer will be having a negative polarity on top and the positive polarity at the bottom, which is also on the secondary side. So what happens now is the diode is getting negative at the anode and positive at the cathode. So it is reverse biased. It will not allow the current to flow through it. So no current will flow through the load. That is not going to be any current flow through the load. So there will not be any output. So here for a full cycle of AC input, we are getting only half wave. Positive half cycle only are getting the output. For the rest, it is not coming. So the same thing happens in the next cycles also. So we see that from the bidirectional input, you have got only unidirectional output. So from the AC input, alternating current, we are getting a direct current, though it is not a DC line. By using proper filters like capacitors just across the load, you will be able to make the AC into almost a straight line. This is called as an uncontrolled rectifier because we have used a diode here. If in the same place a thyristor is used, it is called as a controlled rectifier. The output will be slightly different from this case. So that we will see in the next lecture. This is a half wave rectifier uncontrolled. So the controlled rectifier we will see in the next lecture. Thank you.